Our topic for this advanced pathophysiology is about myocardial infarction, commonly referred to as a heart attack, and it remains a leading cause of morbidity and mortality worldwide. First, when the blood flow to a portion of the heart muscle is abruptly interrupted leading to ischemia, cellular injury, and ultimately necrosis of the arteriocytes. Understanding the pathophysiology of MI is critical for advancing diagnostic accuracy, therapeutic intervention, and preventive strategies. This core MI arises from the imbalance between the myocardial oxygen supply and demand. The majority of cases are precipitated by the rupture or erosion of atherosclerotic plaque within the coronaries or artery. Myocardial infarction. It refers to the process by which areas of myocardial cells in the heart are permanently destroyed. MI is usually caused by reduced blood flow in the coronary artery due to atherosclerosis and occlusion of an artery by endothelial thrombus. Coronary occlusion, heart attack, and MI, acute coronary syndrome, or ACS, are terms used simultaneously. The causes of MI are primarily caused is coronary artery occlusion. Factors responsible are coronary atherosclerosis, vasospasm, platelet aggregation, cocaine abuse, emboli, AF, left-sided neural thrombus, vegetation, and infective endocarditis. There are differences between the STMI and NSTMI. ST elevation or myocardial infarction involves a complete coronary artery blockage leading to significant damage of the heart muscle. This type presents in specific changes of the ECG, notably the ST segment elevation. The non-ST elevation or myocardial infarction or NSTMI involves a partial blockage of the coronary artery, while it causes less extensive damage compared to STMI. It still requires a prompt medical attention. ECG changes may be subtle and or absent, but elevated cardiac biomarkers obtained confirms the myocardial injury. The risk factors are hypertension or high blood pressure. It damages the walls or the arterial walls, facilitating the buildup of plaque. Diabetes, elevated blood sugar contributes to the vascular damage and the development of atherosclerosis. Smoking, tobacco uses accelerate the plaque formation and promotes clotting. Hyperlipidemia, high levels of LDA cholesterol increase the platelet development. The risk factor is the modifiable and non-modifiable risk factor, such as the lifestyle, diet, and obesity for modifiable. Non-modifiable risk factor, age, family history, and gender consideration. Usually, men are generally at higher risk at early age, but postmenopausal women risk increases and may equal than of man. The symptoms usually has a chest pain that feels like pressure or tightness, pain is squeezing or aching. The pain or discomfort that spread from the shoulder, arm, back, neck, throat, feet, or sometimes the upper belly. Cold sweat, fatigue, heartburn, or indigestion, lightheadedness or sudden dizziness, nausea, and shortness. Physical examination shows the vital signs must be monitored, the BP, the heart rate, as well as the temperature. Heart sound, The auscultation must be for the abnormal sound, such as murmur or gallows. As you can see, diagnostic tests such as ECG identify the ischemic changes such as SDX segment, elevation, and depression. Cardiac enzymes assess the troponin and creatinine kinase MP to compare myocardial injury. Subjective and objective data includes the chest pain or angina, shortness of breath, sweating, and nausea, pain radiating to the arm, jaw, and the back. Objective, it is physical findings at the ECG results and laboratory values. As you can see, the pathophysiology of the myocardial infarction start with the atherosclerosis. It goes into the obstruction and then ischemia, going to hypoxia, coronary thrombosis, and necrosis. And sometimes it is because of arterial spasm leading to sudden reversible obstruction, ischemia, hypoxia, coronary thrombosis, necrosis. And some of atherosclerosis with plaque will split plus the thrombus will sudden but usually reversible will lead to occlusion and it can lead to heart attack. Another is this one. So after the necrosis, it is the myocardial infarction. While this is the plaque, as you can see, this is the damaged heart muscle and the coronary artery blockage resulting in ST elevation. Complication of myocardial infarction is impaired contractility, which can also lead to the stroke or embolism in the heart. Cardiogenic shock, which is caused by the hypotension and decreased coronary perfusion, leading to increased ischemia of the heart. Tissue necrosis will lead to papillary muscle infarction, going to mitral regurgitation and can lead to congestive heart failure. While the ventricular wall fracture can also lead into cardiac tamponade. Electrical instability can lead to arrhythmias and pericardial inflammation can lead to pericarditis. These are the types of MI according to type 1, type 2, MI type 2, and MI type 2. So as you can see, the plaque rupture with thrombus, the vasospasm of endothelial dysfunction, the fixed atherosclerosis, supply-demand and imbalance, supply-demand imbalance alone. Myocardial infarction, MI with acute coronary obstruction, has different types. So type 1A is the plaque fracture erosion. Type 1B is spontaneous coronary dissection. Type C is coronary embolism. Type 1D is vasospasm and microvascular dysfunction. While the type 2 fixed the obstructive CAD and type 2B is without fixed obstructive CAD. The treatment is for the initial morphine. This is for the pain, 2.5 to 5.0 milligram per IV for the sudden relief of pain and anxiety. Aspirin also for the prevention of thrombus extension or embolism, venous thrombosis, oxygen inhalation and assisted respiration if needed, IV fluid to maintain blood volume and tissue perfusion. Drug treatment rationale, it will improve the myocardial oxygen supply and demand ratio. So, pain management for the analgesic drug, control heart rhythm will suppress arrhythmias and inhibit cardiac remodeling, will inhibit the sympathetic activity and inhibit the cardiac effect of angiotensin. For the myocardial injury, elevated troponin values above your laboratory upper reference limit is the 99%. Acute MI is raised for fall from the values with at least 1 or above the upper reference range, while the myocardial ischemia will lead to myocardial infarction. For the nursing diagnosis, usually it is number one, acute pain related to myocardial ischemia. The intervention is administered the prescribed medication such as nitrate, analgesic, and monitor vital signs and provide a calm environment. For the infective tissue, ineffective tissue perfusion related to compromised coronary blood flow, the intervention is monitored for the signs for perfusion. For decreased cardiac output related to the reduce of myocardial contractility, the intervention is monitor the hemodynamics, such as BP, heart rate rhythm, and provide medication to improve the cardiac function, limit activity, and reduce the heart workload. So, meaning the patient must be on bed rest. PUMOR is the nursing management, which is the bed rest, oxygen therapy, opioids such as the morphine, monitoring vital signs and other blood works, anticoagulation therapy, and reduced blood size. For Monatas, this is morphine, oxygen, nitroglycerin, aspirin, thrombolytics, and anticoagulant, stool softeners, and sedatives. So these are the cardiovascular care nursing mnemonics. For the treatment, so nitroglycerin, the beta blockers, antiplatelet therapy, anticoagulant, the thrombolytic therapy such as fibrinolytics and ACE inhibitors or ARBs. Oxygen therapy is necessary also for administering the oxygen via nasal cannula or mask if the oxygen saturation fall below 9% for the patients in respiratory distress. Just avoid the routine high flow oxygen in nomorphic patient as excessive oxygen may cause vasoconstriction and worsen the ischemia. Expected outcome, we need to stabilize the cardiac function. The pain relief for the patient must be 0 to 2 on the 0 to 10 pain scale. Emotional support and prevent further damage. My reference is simplenursing.com and pathophysiology demystifying. Thank you all and God bless.